you're very welcome along to this Everton preview here at Anfield Agenda. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the 11 I think that Jurgen Klopp will go with for the game against Everton, give you my score prediction, give you my reasoning. If, you know, a little hint, it's going to be a win for the Reds. Of course it's going to be a win for the Reds because we owe them one. Right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we? Lovely to see you guys in. Apologies again about being a couple of minutes late, but look, it wouldn't be an Anfield Agenda stream if yours truly wasn't a few minutes late, would it? Loads of stuff to get through. Let me just give a shout out, by the way, before we get going, to our Twitch account. This week, Anfield Agenda is going to be launching on Twitch, and we want to launch in a big way. So, if you're a Twitch user, you can get yourself over, give Anfield Agenda a follow on there, if you so please, and get ready for some unique content that will be available just on Twitch. Won't be replicated on Anfield Agenda on YouTube, but we will still have all of our regular YouTube content. We're not making a switch. We're just trying to branch out a little bit. So, here's the rules. If you guys go over and follow on Twitch and follow in your numbers, we'll make sure that we put up more content on there as well. And also, if you sub on Twitch, which is basically like becoming a member on YouTube, then we will give you the link to the Anfield Agenda Discord group as well, as a little bit of a thank you, which is, of course, only available to our members. And as soon as we hit 100 Twitch subscribers, yours truly will start doing a little bit of gaming on Twitch as well, because I know that you guys have been asking me to do it for ages. So look, I will do it. We unboxed the PS5 today. My son and my wife and son have come out of isolation, so they're back in the house, which is great. And yeah, we unboxed the PS5 earlier on, so now I've got no excuses. I've got none. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of you want to react to the Ballon d'Or and stuff, and I promise you that I will, but not now. This is the preview. Tonight, myself, James Redmond, Steve Bland, A45, Cop the Week. We'll go through all the Ballon d'Or stuff and everything like that as well, so don't worry about that. And of course, if, by the way, you have an Amazon Prime subscription, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but everyone that has an Amazon Prime subscription also gets one free Twitch sub. So if you want to use that on Anfield Agenda, I'm not going to be angry about it. In fact, I might be very grateful. But look, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight to it. Let's have a little look at the predicted 11 that I think that Jurgen Klopp will put out against Everton on Wednesday, and then we'll talk about how many we're going to beat them by. Because let's be honest, I know Everton fans might be watching this going, look at this ball-deluded twat yet again. I know, but you wouldn't respect me if I predicted that other than the Liverpool win. So shall we get straight into it? So if you're watching this back in a replay later on, first 10, 12 minutes, that's going to be what you're looking for. Then I'm going to dip over to the live chat. So if you're here just for the preview stuff, the first 10 or 12 minutes will get you covered. So look, let's swap over and we'll get into the studio where I actually have the prediction. So look, we'll start out, ladies and gentlemen, with a bit of a recap of last season. You've seen the DVD. I'm sure Everton fans have got it out there, got it at home, ready under the Christmas tree for the time they actually beat us, because they don't beat us very often, and they're not going to beat us this time because karma's a bitch, payback's a bitch. We all know what happened the last time we played Everton at Goodison. We know about the injuries, we know about Van Dijk, we know about Jordan Pickford's antics, shall we say. And I'm back in Liverpool to put this one right. What score? Well, as you can see there, I'm going fairly realistic. 2-0 for me. I think Liverpool will ultimately have too much. I thought that the comments Jurgen Klopp made after the victory over Southampton about him not really liking the physical way that Everton approached the derby, I understand where he's coming from. I'm expecting Sadio Mane to once again be singled out for a little bit of attention, because lately it seems like he's been getting kicked around a lot and not getting very much protection. So I'm expecting two things tomorrow. I'm expecting Everton to try and get at Sadio Mane and wind him up, but I'm also expecting Sadio Mane to stick one in the net, because he loves scoring a goal around Christmas time against Everton. It's what he does. It's Sadio Mane. Right, let's look to the 11, and it's got to be pretty much straightforward. Alisson in goal. I think Joe Matip comes back in to partner Virgil van Dijk. I told you guys last week that I was expecting Canade to come in to partner Van Dijk against Southampton. A lot of people again told me that I was deluded, but hey, I was right. And I was right because of the simple reason that I said at the time. I didn't think Joe Matip was going to be able to play 4 games over the course of 9 or 10 days. And I think he'll come back in for this one. So I think we're going to see Virgil van Dijk and Joe Matip, and then Robbo. Look, I think Robbo did more than enough against Southampton to justify another start, because he is the starting left back. Costas has been brilliant. Costas will battle him. Costas will give us lots of options. I love our Greek scouser. But Robbo has showed that he seems to be back to his best. And against Everton, where a little bit of snidiness might be needed. Now look, Kostas Simikas isn't short of a little bit of snidiness. I love that about him as well. But Robbo has it in abundance. So I'm going for Robbo at left back. And then the assist machine that is Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. Moving into midfield, I think it's going to be the exact same as it was against Southampton. Thiago, Fabinho and Henderson. I have no qualms whatsoever if Klopp decides, due to the physicality of this game perhaps, that he wants to stick in Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'd rather Chamberlain than James Milner, if I'm being really honest with you, for this game. But I would love to see him just go, screw Everton, we're going to do it our way. Thiago's the man. Because look, Thiago's been in great form lately. 2 goals in 2 games. And he's been running it. He does so many little beautiful things that we don't notice, but he just keeps the game ticking along. And I love the look of the double pivot that Thiago and Fabinho have been starting to put together. And then Henderson, of course, on the right-hand side of the midfield, tucking in and protecting Trent as and when he needs to, as well as hooking up with Trent and Mohamed Salah down that right-hand channel. Up top, Sadio Mane on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right. And the best Portuguese player in the world, Diogo Jota, through the centre, as we await, of course, Roberto Firmino and Naby Keita to recover from their injuries. And I wouldn't say we'll be too far away from seeing Curtis Jones back in the Liverpool squad as well. They were being ultra cautious over the eye injury that Curtis Jones picked up in training. So I would probably say this game may be a little too soon, but if it's not this game, I think he will certainly be back for the weekend's game. So that's the 11 that I think we put out, and I think we just have too much for Everton at the minute. Obviously, Everton have no Dominic Calvert-Lewin, which is a huge loss to them because he is look, I'm going to come out and say he's a damn fine centre forward. He's a great player. His airtime when he put in crosses is ridiculous. The man has a leap, as I like to say, like salmon coming out of the River Boyne. He is a great number 9. He is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm not going to lie about it. Richarlison will return for the Everton team. He was suspended due to an accumulation of too many yellow cards for the game at the weekend that they lost against Brentford. So he'll be back in. And as always, I'm expecting a little bit of schneidiness from Lucas Digne, who seems to love this fixture. And we have our own left back who loves it, Andy Robertson. But Everton's left back loves to endear himself to the Everton fan base by leaving a few tasty ones in, shall I say. And look, I think all in all, it'll be a strange occasion coming up against Rafael Benitez as Everton manager, but Rafa, in my eyes, as I said before, transcends football, and my respect for the man will never diminish, especially as he's doing a great job in making Everton shy. So, we have got that one. So yeah, look, that's my 11, ladies and gentlemen. That's my 11 that I think will take to the pitch on Wednesday. I believe it's an Amazon Prime game for those of you that are in the UK. If you're in Ireland, the game will be shown on Premier Sport, and I'm not sure, I think you can probably get it on Amazon Prime in Ireland as well, but I know I'll certainly be able to watch it on Premier Sport. So yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff. We will be live at about 7:15 on Wednesday night for the game. So I'm going to jump over to the regular studio now and go into the live chat, but let me know your thoughts if you're watching this back later on the 11 that I've picked, on the score prediction, any thoughts you have around Everton as well. And probably the best time to ask how maybe you guys feel about the fact that Rafa is... I know we've had this discussion in the past, but I'm hoping that maybe for those that were a little bit annoyed that Rafa took the Everton job, that now that we can see that he's Agent Rafa, as James like to say, and Everton are going nowhere, that maybe we feel a little bit better about things. So look, that's my predict 11, my score prediction. I'm going to jump over to the live chat now and change back to the news studio. Right, what have we got? The offensive defender said Diogo to get another brace, in my opinion. He's in fine form, and Diogo Jota does seem to love scoring in bursts. So, I mean, I think I love his movement, Diogo Jota. I mean, I was watching the game back at the weekend, and he's so clever in the way that he presses, of course, but in the way that he makes those late runs into the box. Should have had himself a hat-trick against Southampton, and he'll know that as well. But yeah, look, I can't see anything past Liverpool win. Unless it's a game that Rafa Benitez pulls off a defensive masterclass, perhaps, in getting Everton to really just sit deep and try and frustrate us and hope to pin something on the counter. Other than that, I think man for man, all around the pitch, we just have too much class for them. And I expect Liverpool to go to Goodison and pick up the 3 points and continue our quest, hopefully, towards recapturing the Premier League title, which is a lovely thing to be able to say, isn't it? Recapturing, having already won it. So look, I'm going to go back in and see Martin Murta. How are you, mate? Welcome in. You must be quite happy, Martin. Obviously, you've been a United fan with the draw at Chelsea yesterday. That was a good result for us as well. I won't lie to you, Martin. Start Origi and he'll do a masterclass. You can't drop Dio goals. I know what you mean about Divock. Divock loves him a goal against Everton. And don't worry, we'll be pulling out all the songs. Merry Christmas, Everton. They'll all be coming out on Wednesday night if you're joining us for the watch along. But look, Divock to come off the bench and score maybe the third or fourth if my score prediction's wrong, and we bang in a few more. Agent Rafa ready to drop his first 11, said Byron. How's Sabrina and the little one? They're good. They're released back into the house today. They've gone through their minimum quarantine period. Both returned negative antigen tests, and yes, they're back into the household. They will still have to remain inside for a few more days, but they're in the house, and it's great to have them back out and about because I miss them. I miss them both. It was so cute. When my little man came in, dog straight over to him immediately. I love it. Falafel said your lineup is spot on. I think it's almost a lineup that picks itself, to be fair. The only way I could see Klopp maybe tweaking it a little bit is, as I spoke about, the physicality of the game. So if Jurgen Klopp feels that maybe James Milner or Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain may be better for the first hour, just to try and let the physicality come out of the game, let Everton legs tire a little bit, and then maybe he brings Thiago on. I could understand that as well. Making the fans proud, that's Nuno Ball. Nuno Espirito de Santo in the chat there. Jobless Nuno, how are we, Nuno? Can you follow the Ballon d'Or on Mundo Sporto? No, I won't have time today, mate. I've got so much stuff to do today. I'm doing a podcast with the guys at LFC Transfer Room. We're recording that at 7:30. Then 8:45 tonight, myself, Stephen James will be here with the Cop the Week show. And then I've got an hour's worth of recording to do with James after that as well. So busy day. Virgil should boot Pickford. I think what Virgil should do is just stick the ball in the back of the net from a header from a corner and just wink at Mr. England's number one. I mean, God, even on Match of the Day last night, I think Gareth Southgate was there to watch the last Everton game against Brentford, and they were talking about, I wonder if he's here to watch England's number one. The fact that Jordan Pickford is England's number one, I think, is just an indictment of Gareth Southgate, because they're better keepers in my opinion. Better English keepers, I should say. Everybody's worrying about Everton's physicality, but we can mix it with the best of them. Absolutely, Dermot. These lads are no shrinking violets. 100% agree with you. I wonder if Klopp just made the comments to get into the referee's head a little bit, because we know what happened last season. We know that the fact that there was no proper VAR review into what happened with the Pickford incident, that they were too busy looking for a potential offside to worry about the fact that Jordan Pickford was absolutely just taken out Virgil van Dijk. And look, I don't think, and I stand over what I said last year, I think it was a shitty challenge, but I certainly don't believe that Jordan Pickford ever had any intent to hurt Virgil van Dijk. I'd never accuse a fellow pro of doing that unless I'm pretty damn confident in what they were doing. I hate Richarlison, says Ball McPrebin. I think we all do, a little bit, mate. Richarlison's definitely kind of in the Luis Suarez, Diego Costa kind of category, isn't he? If he's in your camp, you absolutely love him and you idolise him and you look at everything he does and you love his snidiness. If you're playing against him, yeah, you get this, don't you? Is the Pigeon playing up front for Everton? I believe he will be, yes. He's back. He was suspended for the game of the weekend against Brentford. He had a culmination of yellow cards, so Richarlison will be back. Imagine they started Rondon. Sorry, I should use his real name. Ron-Donald McDonald. That's what I call him, because, I laugh every time he takes to the pitch. So yes, I've renamed Rondon Ron-Donald McDonald. For anybody who wants to jump on board that ship, feel free. Can't wait for Kanade to slam everybody. Yeah, he's a big dude, isn't he? He's a big dude, Ibu. He's I think was it when we played United? Was he on the pitch when it was Fred? I think there was something recently where I remember seeing Ibu. I think it might have been against United. And there was a player beside him who was trying to start a little bit of shit or get a bit tasty, and it was basically laughing at him. He's just a monster of a man. As Connor said, do smash the like button as well if you are new or if you're enjoying the stream. And don't forget, Anfield Agenda does it work on here if I hit that? No, wrong stream. Anfield Agenda will be on Twitch from Thursday or Wednesday. Which day are we doing it, Connor? Wednesday or Thursday? What's the day we're going live on Twitch for the first time? One of them, Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember off the top of my head. So make sure that if you are a Twitch user, you go over and give Anfield Agenda a follow on there. We're going to be mainly pumping out transfer stories through December and January, obviously in conjunction with our friends at LFT Transfer Room. So you don't want to miss the Anfield Agenda Twitch content. It is going to be where you get your transfer fix right throughout the window. Stevie G for Manager of the Year, up the mighty Villa, said Fred Red 50. Thank you for the super chat, my man. And yeah, great to see Stevie G picking up another win. I think they have City next though, don't they? So probably going to taste not three. I hope he takes the win, but I think they're up against it against Manchester City, who seem to be in a fine vein of form. But yeah, Stevie G, 2 wins from 2 in there, so great start for him. 5:30 on Wednesday. Yes, correct, Connor. Thank you. So what we're going to be doing for the match on Wednesday is we're going to be doing a build-up show on Twitch starting at 5:30. So we want to get you guys over there. We'll talk about potential lineups. We'll talk about everything in the build-up to the game. Then we'll have a little break and I'll jump onto Anfield Agenda's YouTube channel from 7:15 as we talk about the team lineup and stuff like that as well. And then I will have all the regular post-match stuff on Anfield Agenda as well. But it would really help us out if you're a Twitch user to just give us a follow on there. And don't forget, if you do sub to us on Twitch, you will get all the access to our Discord group like we give to our members on YouTube. Right, let's get going. What else have we got? Yes, daughter? Yes, wife? Oh, you're saying hello to the people? That's just my wife shouting hello because she's free. Get back in the kitchen. Know your place, woman.
You wish I never got out.
Well, no, I don't want you near the kitchen, to be fair. That's my domain. Right, let's keep going. Craig, right now, what do you think would more likely have winning and why? Premier League or Champions League? I've always fancied us for the Champions League this season. Owen. I gather your name's Owen. Sorry, E. O'Regan. I've always fancied us for the Champions League this season, although it's impossible to predict you're going to win the Champions League because it's knockout competition after the group stages and anything is possible. But I'll say what I've always said. It'll take one hell of a team to stop us winning the Champions League, I think. With regards to the league, I think I don't want to even dream about the league yet until we get through January. At the end of January, I'll reassess where we are with the league and feel a bit more confident. Just the AFCON really, like many of you, I'm sure, the AFCON really has me worried. So yeah, there you go. What have we got? Craig, quick question. Do you think Elliott will play ahead of Henderson when he's back? I think Elliott's more ability than Henderson, knows the game better than Elliott. And hey, Sabrina, thank you, Tyra. Genuinely don't know. I didn't like the balance of the team when Jordan Henderson was on the left-hand side of midfield and we had Elliott on the right. But if Thiago or Keita is fit, I wonder will we then see a situation where this is the start of Jordan Henderson becoming an important squad player rather than a nailed-on week-for-week starter? Because look, I'm under no misconception that Jordan Henderson still has a lot to give to our midfield. You can see as soon as he comes onto a pitch, if he doesn't start, that automatically he's barking out orders, leading the team. But I do get where you're coming from. Harvey Elliott has that little spark about him, doesn't he? And I love the build-up that he had, or the relationship that he was starting to form with Trent and with Mo on that right-hand side. So it'll be interesting, but it'll certainly be another option for the manager. So all good, all good. Orange juice or apple juice? Neither, really, to be honest. More of a pineapple or cranberry juice type of man. When we play Thiago, Fabinho, Elliott against Leeds, we look great. I mean, just even looking at that midfield now, the offensive defender, and thinking about it, Thiago, Fabinho and Elliott, oh, that makes me smile, mate. That makes me smile even just thinking about it now. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be brilliant when we finally get the lads back and we've got Bobby Firmino back and hopefully Keita can stay injury-free. Bish said lineup. Yeah, I'll swap back over to it again, mate, one more time for those who are coming in a little bit late that may have missed the predicted lineup for the game. That's my predicted lineup right there. I think Alisson starts in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Van Dijk and Joel Matip at the heart of the defence. As I said to you guys last week, I thought that we were going to see Kanade at the weekend because Matip would have needed a bit of a rest. Then in midfield, I think the exact same three that started against Southampton, Fabinho, Thiago and Henderson. The only question is, with the physicality that Jurgen Klopp expects in the game, maybe we'll see Thiago swapped out for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and James Milner. I'd go with Thiago personally, but we'll wait and see what the gaffer does. And then up top, Sadio Mane, Diogo Jota, Mohamed Salah. I think that front three picks itself, to be fair. Only 2-0. I'm trying to be a bit more realistic, because my last few predictions I was going 4-0s and 3-1s, and so I'm going to go 2-0. And I'll happily take a 2-0 now if you offered it to me. A clean sheet would do me the finest, as we'd say over here in Ireland. Right, let me just swap back studios. We'll beat Everton on Wednesday, said Kevin. Damn right we will, Kevin. Payback's going to be a bitch for them. Payback's going to be a bitch, and these lads are absolutely going to be up for it. Robert Driscoll said Canade for me to flatten Pickford on a corner. I don't think Canade is, how do I say this? Streetwise enough would be the way I'd say it for this game. This particular game, I really do think that Joe Matip and his experience more than anything else, I think is the right fit for the game. But look, you're right. The physicality of Ibu would be, second to none. He's a big man, isn't he? Well, second to maybe only Verge, but even at that, he's still a big dude. When's your first Twitch stream? We're doing it on Wednesday, May 5:30, build up to the Everton game. What do I think about United versus Chelsea result? Unexpected, to be honest. I thought Chelsea were going to have too much for them. And it was a very, very good result for us as Liverpool fans, and I'm sure for Manchester City fans as well, because it made the league title race even closer. 30, 29, 28 points, I believe, at the minute. And how mad is it, by the way? Or is it 29, 28, 27? I can't remember. But it's mad. What got me when I looked at the league table last night when we were doing the stream was we were behind West Ham after that game before the international break, and now we've pulled 5 points clear of them. Just goes to show you how quickly the league table can move if you get a few wins together. Rafter said, red card for anyone during the match. Well, look, it's a derby. You can never rule out somebody losing their head and picking up a red, but you never want to see it in the game, because usually it means if there's a red card, somebody's potentially injured because of a dodgy challenge or something. So I hope for no nastiness or anything like that. But I do think we're too good for them. And look, I haven't wanted to win a game as bad for a while as I want Liverpool to win this game on Wednesday, because last season really left a sour taste, didn't it? For many reasons. Did I see Doku scored at the weekend? Yep, I did. Somebody mentioned it to me on last night's stream. Pickford is going down. Look, I think the best way we can give revenge is by just making Pickford pick the ball out of the back of the net multiple times. I think if we can silence the old lady down at Goodison, then I think we'll be fine. Do you know how far away Naby is? No, in all honesty, mate, I don't. I'd be lying to you if I told you how far away he was. Same with Bobby, I just don't know yet. Are Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin available? Calvert-Lewin's still injured, as far as I'm aware. Richarlison, I think he comes back after he was suspended for the game against Brentford, I believe, because of too many yellows. So I think he served his ban, and I think he's back for it. But as far as I'm aware, Calvert-Lewin, no. I want us to put 4 past the little T-Rex, said Liz. Love that, Liz. Only got little arms, mate. Know what I mean? I do love a win against Everton. I do. I mean, you think back immediately to the Origi goal where it bounced off the top of the bar, and then you think to Mane scoring and Origi scoring, and you just love beating Everton. And we need to beat them, and beat them well, by the way. We need to just leave them in no uncertain terms about how much better we are than them, because we know, Everton fans, some of them lovely people, some of them very, very deluded, and we need to leave all of them in no doubts about the fact that we are by far a better team, and that they have a long, long, long way to go to start getting up to the level that they want to be at. Who will win the Ballon d'Or? I honestly, I don't mean this to be rude, but I couldn't give a fuck who wins the Ballon d'Or unless it's a Liverpool player. I mean, look, Messi probably win it, but I still think they owe Robert Lewandowski one. And I think the Ballon d'Or to me has lost its I don't take it seriously anymore. I don't think it's a fair reflection of who the best footballer in the last year has been. To me, the year Virgil van Dijk didn't win it, that was it for me. I lost respect for it. And you can say it's because the Liverpool vote was split that time between Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, but it was a travesty that Virgil van Dijk didn't win the Ballon d'Or that year. And it just seems like it's let's find a way to give it to Ronaldo or Messi every single fucking year. And it does my head in. But what did make me smile was wasn't Neymar like 17th or something on the list, which just goes to show how far he's fallen. Where did you get your top? Nike website, Jen. Yeah, Nike website. I have this version, the camel version of it, and I've got a black version of it. And you'll see me wearing them a lot, Jen, because I love them. They're so comfortable. They're like wearing pajamas, really. Do I think Joe Gomez should be in the England squad? No, because I don't want any of our players being on international duty picking up injuries, especially Joe Gomez, who, let's not forget, where one of his very serious injuries came from was on the England squad, and we still don't know how it happened yet. That's been kept quiet, which annoys the shit out of me. I'd love to know how that happened. We have our thoughts about how it may have happened, but and look, Joe Gomez, let's be really fair about it. If Gareth Southgate's picking his squad, Joe Gomez hasn't played enough football to really put himself in his thoughts either. Craig, could you imagine if Thiago and VVD score? It would be beautiful. It would be absolutely beautiful, Yusuf, my friend. It would. As Rafter said there, he needs to be playing first. Exactly. Thank you again, Geezer, for the great content. Oh, my man, there's no need to thank me. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I mean, I have to say, this is going to sound really weird and maybe a bit contrived, but I don't mean it to. But I absolutely love where Anfield Agenda is at the minute. I count my lucky stars every day. You know, I get to do shows with James and Steve and Kyle and Chris and Paddy, and we get to grow this together on a new platform now on Twitch, and I'm really excited and really humbled by where the channel's going, because it's a real team effort. I promise you, there's no one person dragging this channel along. Everybody, every one of those new lads that joined the channel, they are working their asses off, and I couldn't be prouder of the group. I'm so proud to be a part of what the channel is doing, and I hope that it continues to grow and prosper, because these guys deserve it, because they're damn good people. And if I can play a little part in it, I'm more than happy. Watching from Melbourne, Australia, said Pablo. How are you, my man? Lovely to have you in. And I imagine the weather's a little bit nicer, dude, in Melbourne than it is where I am right now. Yusuf said, best Liverpool channel on earth. Thank you, dude. You've no idea what that means, honestly. Because from day one, we've always felt like we're fighting as outsiders because, one, we're in Ireland. The channel was based in Ireland, so we've always felt like we're fighting as outsiders against the established local channels who are brilliant, don't get me wrong. Red Men, Anfield Rap, amazing content creators. But yeah, it's been lovely, and we've got you guys to thank for that, because you've been amazing. You've supported us from day one. You've accepted the shit days that I've had, and I've had many. You've accepted my little moaning, and you've welcomed the new lads on board. So yeah, it's amazing. Craig, you and the team deserve good things. Thank you, dude. Has Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or? It's not April the 1st, is it? It's definitely not April the 1st. No, Ronaldo has not won. How could Cristiano Ronaldo win the Ballon d'Or? In what way, shape or form in the last year? If Ronaldo's in the top 5, it's a fucking joke. Let's be fair about it. Ronaldo's amazing. Will potentially have a better season ahead, but last year, with that Juventus team and all, no, not a chance. Nathan said, it made me full of tears when you made that thank you and goodbye video. Nathan, I was in a really, really low place at that moment, mate. Really, really low. And I watch it back every so often just to remind myself how far and how much mentally stronger I've become. So, how much money for you to go on the United stand? As a guest, absolutely free. As a United fan, there isn't an amount of money. Watching from Ethiopia, Tony, lovely. How are you, my man? Hope you're well. Watching from Pakistan as well. Lovely. Nice to see you guys in. Really appreciate it. Liz said, Anfield Agenda is the little engine that could. Hard work from you and Connor paid off. It's still there, Liz. We're still under a lot of pressure. Launching on Twitch has put us under a little bit of financial strain. So that's why I'm saying please do go over, give us a follow on Twitch and watch the content. Because if we can do good numbers on Twitch over the 3-month trial that we have, we could really push the channel onto a whole new place. Give us great negotiating standpoint with Twitch after the 3 months if we can do decent numbers. Watched the very first video on this channel last week and the progress has been phenomenal. Thank you, Cave. It is mad to go back and watch the early stuff because I was shite. And I mean shite. If that was me, if I tuned in and seen that, I wouldn't watch another minute of it. So yeah, it's mad to see where the graphics and all have come along. But most importantly for me is I love the community aspect of what we do. This is my lifeline. You know, I'm going to get real for a second if I can. Because I feel like today is the day where I get a bit of a release. Because my wife's out of isolation, my son's back, and I finally have my family back together. So I feel a bit emotional today in a good way. But I will say, like, this channel's my lifeline. It's my link to the outside world. You know, I don't go out. I very rarely leave the house. So to me, every time I get to come on and do a stream and connect with Liverpool fans around the world and have fun and laugh with the lads, it gets the old endorphins going and it makes me happy. And I can't believe that this is what it is now. Like, and I love it. And I love you guys. So thank you so much. What have we got? 4-0 to Liverpool, the boss said. 4-0 says Alexa as well. Not that Alexa, do you know what I mean? Don't be going off anywhere in the house if there's one around. Ali said, to be honest, Lewandowski is the only one who deserves it. I'm with you, Ali. I think just give Lewandowski the award. I think Lewandowski is owed an award from the year they cancelled it. So I'm right up with you, my man. Give him the award. Give him the award because he's owed one. What games have you played before FIFA or anything else? Oh, look, man, I haven't played any computer game. Oh, well, I'm lying to you. I play my son's Nintendo Switch a bit. I play Mario Kart on there. So what will I be doing on Twitch with regards to gaming? Well, the deal that we've signed with Twitch doesn't include any gaming, actually. It's all just sports related. So we've got to do 20 hours of sports content on there a month, unique sports content. So the gaming is going to be just a little extra thing, but it won't count towards our agreement with Twitch. But I'll do the gaming when we hit 100 subs on Twitch. When we get our first 100 subs on Twitch, I'll start gaming. That's my promise. Not followers, subs. Louis said his isolation ends today. Glad to hear the family are doing well. Nice one, dude. And I'm glad to hear that your isolation's over today as well. Happy days. Yusuf said, this channel's a roller coaster of emotions. A beautiful, amazing ride. I love it, mate. I love it. Yes. I'm happy when Craig is happy. That's so sweet, man. I love that. Thank you. Does your family ever watch Liverpool games with you? No, Martin. And I'll tell you why. Because they wouldn't want to. I'm a feck... Mate, if the camera wasn't on and I'm sitting on my sofa watching a Liverpool game, which I haven't been able to do, by the way, for the longest time, because obviously the channel, I'd be worse. If you think the way I react on the channel is over the top, I promise you, the language is 20 times worse if I'm watching it on my own without a camera. FC Legend Content says, love from Dublin. Thank you, man. Rabbit Ann said, happy days. And you do the best watch-alongs. Thank you so much. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leg it for now. But we've got loads of stuff coming up. So at 8:45 tonight, myself, James Redmond, Steve Bland are going to be live with a Cop of the Week show. I will be recording a podcast with LFC Transfer Room at 7:30. I'll let you know when that's going out later on tonight. And on Wednesday, 5:30, our first live stream on Twitch. We're going to do a build-up to the game later on that night against Everton. So I hope that you can join us for that. Again, if you can, please give us a follow on Twitch. It really will help us out. And look, love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of a preview earlier on. If you're watching this back or you're just coming in late, first 10 minutes of this will be what you'd be looking for the preview. But look, I will chat to you tonight where we're going to have lots of fun. My favourite show of the week with Steve and James. So I will chat